Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, Season 3, titled The Three Kingdoms. And before we start this evening's episode, I would very much like my beautiful players to introduce themselves as well as their characters.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I play Siobhan Price, 10th generation Toreador in Primogen, and currently in a pickle.
Hi, I'm Talia. I'm playing Christopher Masters, a 10th generation Ventru and Prince of the City.
And I'm Daniel. I play the Prince of Daggers, the Autumn Knight, the Moth King, the Wearer of Jonathan, the previous owner of 10 Fingers.
Lacking some digits.
Yes.
Yes.
For now.
For now. Well, I think everyone's been accounted for.
I'll count on my fingers. Wait.
No.
I hope there's no one else.
Except our very broken emotions. But we love them because it's fun to be in shit. We love it. It's awesome. We are going to jump into yet again the same night. Because why not?
It's a long night.
It's a long night and there's still some things that need doing. And I think I will leave it up to our undead prince to start off this evening's episode. And let's see where this remaining of the night takes us all.
Well, he was on his way to meet with this Winters. Has he arrived?
He has. In
Yes,
her
it is.
accommodation.
Mr. Winters.
My prince.
So, where's this little renegade of ours?
As I think I alluded to you, she resides with your child.
I'm not surprised, nor am I. At her mansion?
Yes. I find it peculiar. But, well, I've spent some time in the city by now, but I didn't coin them as bosom buddies.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Then again, I don't think our dear little Bella is much more than somebody's pawn.
It's a sticky situation.
Yes. I've been thinking about this a little bit. I did promise to let the Toreador Primogen have first word with Bella. After all, she is a Toreador. Perhaps it would be better for us as well to stay a little bit back. But you had not told the sheriff yet, you said.
No. It might escalate the situation. As far as I understood of the situation, Bella hasn't directly breached any law, but she's teetering.
Yes, she's more or less announced that she's going to, but has so far not done so. So we are in this sort of a legal grey area, if you like.
And Nightingale, as I admire his tenacity, he can sometimes be a bit of a hammer.
While he does see things more in white or black and not so much shades of grey.
And if there's something more behind this, I don't think right now bringing Mr. Nightingale, before we have more details of whatever situation this is,
Precisely.
it might turn a little grass burn into a full-blown forest fire.
Exactly. That is why I think, diplomatically enough, a visit from one's Primogen is less, what should we say, heavy-handed than the sheriff and the prince knocking on the door.
I would very much like to know, though, the conversations that transpire.
Indeed. So would I. So would I. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Well,
I
there are
could
two. Yeah.
squire,
Yes,
but
but
that would
perhaps.
mean that our dear Primogen would have to pony up something she might not want to relinquish easily to me. But then again, you are the prince. For me to view from afar, I would need a little bit of said Primogen's sustenance.
I think she might be hard pressed to hand that over, yes. But of course, there are more mundane ways of doing this.
Well, it's a modern world. So I'm just saying I have gifted a few so, but they might be a bit too, again, heavy-handed in such a situation.
You could ask her, of course, if she'd be willing. A little quid pro Siobhan. But if not, perhaps we should just let her carry a little bug in. Of course, there could also be electronic countermeasures in there.
Let me ask this, dear prince. It is your child there. She knows terribly much about your doings and comings and
Oh,
goings.
yes.
So would you think she will be suspicious?
I think she would be a bit surprised. I don't think she would think that I would send Shiv. I believe she will think that she comes on her own accord. Understanding that, of course, that using Bella in such a manner puts a rather bad light on the Toreador clan within the Camarilla as well. And, well, standing is sort of important to them. I think she would expect me to show, to be honest. I think she would expect me to come raging and screaming and kicking. A Pasha I have no intention of giving her.
Good. I think it's wise move to stay calm and cold. It seems for me, just my observation of the situation, it tastes of emotion. For some mysterious reason, it's within my magical research of the city now. There's something in the air about this situation that tastes of emotions.
I believe you might be right. I believe you might very well be right.
So if I can be in any help to protect you, Prince.
Let's discuss the matter with Miss Price when she arrives. Let's go and meet her.
Excellent. Are we taking your car, sir?
Yes, let's do.
All right. Well, then we're quickly gonna peek into Shiv as she's standing knee-high in shit.
Thank you very much. So there was a certain fella that was left behind by William last time, right?
Girl, I think.
Oh, girl.
Gosh, I can't remember.
Well, can you give me the details of this little situation that we have?
I'll just deem it as such because I had two options, and clearly now in my notes, it's just said one of them. So we're gonna go with the girl. Maybe I described it last time, but then I'm just gonna describe it as new as of now. Mid-20s. Middle class-ish clothing. No, nothing too fancy. No brands. Shoulder-length hair. Nothing distinguished about the individual.
Is she current state, physical health?
Bad. You can
Okay.
barely hear pulse.
Okay. Thank you, William.
But he also was quite peculiar. Emotional. Reactionary. Strange. Even for him, he was strange.
Is there any way to sense or see that if this person is just a person, or if it's Gould?
Oh, it's Gould.
Okay. I will pick up my phone. I will call Hashimoto.
Moments later, they hear, "Oh, Miss Price."
Okay. I have a time sensitive matter, I believe. I'm just looking at the girl. Kneeling down, like getting down, and just placing my hands on her, just to really understand how much time or if I have on her.
You have less than an hour.
Yeah. I have not asked before, but
If you don't feed her, that is.
yes. These ghouls that provide us with substance for
Mhm.
my...
Your ghouls, of course, they provide you with safety and security, Miss Price.
Yes, they do. I do love them so much.
Is there one in particular that you are concerned about that needs seeing to? You hear he's not panicked, but
No,
high-pitched all of a sudden.
Yes, I do understand it. I think I can understand that there is. I just need your advice. So perhaps you would come to the Y and advise me.
Of
Or maybe
course.
I could come to you.
We could meet halfway, perhaps.
Send me a location and I will meet you there.
Excellent.
Click.
You're not sure if he was worried about someone listening in on the phone or
Or
someone
someone that was
listening.
there. Yes.
Listening.
Yes. Why now? Why this night? I do not need more shit. Come now.
All of a sudden, as you say that, why now? Like, why me? You hear that weird whisper again. It's been ages. Chef. Echoey. Like in the room, but also in your head.
Is this still Trixie's voice or is it...
No,
I
this
can never remember.
this is a voice that is indistinguishable.
Yeah. I'll put her down on the ground again, and then I'll walk over to the casket. I'll place my hand and just look at them.
They beautiful glide in and out of the three visages. The moment your eyes focus in on one, it glides into another. Trapped. In the mad, endless halls of Trixie's mind. Or perhaps the goddess' mind.
Not now. I'll turn around and I'll pick up the person and I'll get down to the... I'll take, obviously, the private ways of exiting and getting down to the garage, and I'll put this person in my trunk.
You should put them in there, that's brutal. And I would like you take a stain, for fuck's sake. I'm not even going to roll on it. You take another stain, because it's vulgar.
Yep. That's just one of those fucking nights.
I'm just tapping at your humanity, because that's the monster working now.
Yep.
This is not the human Shiv. You're putting a wounded, bleeding out person in a trunk, not attended to. Your hands are dirty at this point.
I'll drive.
I drive off. As she does so, the camera's going to pan out into the cityscape and land ever so gently at the Emmanuel College and glide down beneath it grounds itself.
The Moth King is sort of standing there, like out of his Jonathan, and sort of just rubbing his hand on the missing fingers and just like being annoyed.
The mad one. You had questioned him something, or it was just to support? My mind slips.
Well, it was it was just in the beginning to sort of make sure that the protege or the Ida, that she was sort of shown around. And now that we're back, I'm just assuming that Shadow has gone off to sort of start reading and working on that. And I'm going to take a moth, write a little scroll, and send it off to Chris.
I love moth mail. It's the thing. I love moth mail.
It's the best invention ever.
I'm gonna keep that in all my games from now on.
Yeah.
Like moth mail for sure. I love it. Moth mail for the
it's
win.
just gonna such a moment. And a little moth shows up, like, why?
Why? Smack it! Kill it! He's like, no! I'm children!
When I just send, like, you know, when you respond with just an emoji, that's just a ladybug just shows up.
He's like,
yeah, does the emoji and then leaves.
yeah, fuck off. I should do, but Shadow hasn't had the book for too long, but you see, she has a nose at it, but and she's like, my leash.
Yes.
This is going to be tricky.
Of course it is.
They know tons about how to destroy us.
Any ways around it?
Yes.
How?
She smiles.
Tell me.
When they sleep, they are absolutely vulnerable. As long as they don't have a seer. We need to figure out if there's a seer amongst them. And we need to take the seer out. When they sleep, it would be like stealing candy from children. Them awake, as far as I understand of the fragments I have been reading, they can guard their minds and root us to the ground and strip us of all our abilities to do harm and power.
This is worse than I expected.
It is not an easy war, but wars are never easy, my liege. But I think we will have a leg up if they do not have a seer. I expect casualties, of course, but if we were to, at our golden opportunity, when the time is right, when we know enough about them and where they sleep, where they lie, and their routines, we could make this war a very, very silent and efficient one, my liege.
Excellent.
We might, though, perhaps be willing to sacrifice one of us to, I don't know. No, don't think of it, my lord.
Speak your mind.
No, that will be, if this doesn't work, I might have another strategy, but I need to read more.
Very well. And what the vampire gave as well, there should be something there about, hopefully a little bit about where there are
Yes.
the locations.
Scouting now I would very much like, if you let me, to send out the smaller ones of our changelings. The quick ones. To map out as best as they can. But numbers. Because I do not expect all of them back.
No, speak with Squire as well, because he's been doing this for a long time and he knows well. So maybe he can give the others some pointers.
Is this agreeable?
Yes, do so.
Excellent.
I have some stupid politics to get to.
On that note, the camera's going to pan back out again, and we're going to do the quick scene with as the Shiv meets Hashimoto on more of abandoned gas station. Well, shut down. It's like close to be like, here comes like these massive, beautiful apartments.
I'll step outside and go to him.
He's also
is
steps
he
outside.
inside or okay?
No, he walks around his car.
Yeah, I'll just pretend to put on. Maybe I'll actually put on some gas on my car.
No, it's abandoned. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Dude, kicking your tire. Oh, no, tapping
Yeah.
here. He walks over and he bows as he always does.
Did you have anyone listening in?
Yes.
No, I'm curious.
Never mind. It is not important.
Never heard you talk like that before. Fine.
But, of course. Your troubles, you have something that you will not or do not need to keep.
No. It is not mine, though.
None of them
But,
have been. And he actually grabs your shoulder. Let me deal with this problem.
Yes, please. And I'll just pop the trunk.
He gives you a slight, like, just get in your car. I'll take what's necessary and drive off. Clear your mind of this. This is not your doing.
It is not. And then I'll leave. Go into the car.
You just feel like the car move a little bit. You had a gunk and then a slight moan. And footsteps.
Once I hear that they are cleared for the car, I will drive.
On your way, are you going directly to Zadavinta?
Was that where we supposed to meet? At the Ventus?
That's fairly close, isn't it? Or is my place or is like the Master's mansion closer? The Dan can meet the Master's mansion.
No. The Master's mansion
Way
is
off.
far. Yeah,
Far off, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Ventus is probably closest.
Yeah, I'll probably drive there.
Because she is, as I remember, in Beacon Hill.
Yep.
Yep, because she had one of them beautiful red brick houses.
Yeah.
I don't know if you recognize one of Chris's town cars. Does not matter.
Look the same, probably. Yeah. Park mine and get off. And I think I am. No, I don't have that paper. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to describe my car. I am.
You're going to describe what you are wearing when we all meet, because that's a nice little detail.
Yes.
But we'll do that as. Hold on. Cállate. That's Spanish for shut up. You walk towards the steps up. Knock.
Yes. I'll do what's polite.
Oh, the camera.
Pretend to brush off everything in my mind. I want to clear my mind before walking in.
This will be like a split screen, like if this was a TV series. As there is a knock, the camera also looks in on Davinta and the prince, and she's like, I think our Primogen is here, Marish. I'll greet her. A moments later, Shiv, Devinta stands in front of you, and she's always very like her beads and beautiful earrings and a beautiful, very bright colored dress with layers.
Shiv is wearing a plum-colored suit. It's not a regular suit. It's kind of like too short. I don't know what terms that is, and it's very fitted. And she's just wearing a not really a top, but a kind of draped. It's just like threads.
Oh, hello.
Draped, yeah, underneath, and a very, very high, slicked up ponytail and matching colored stiletto.
Devinta bows quickly. Primogen, please.
Devinta, thank you for inviting me over.
My doors are always open, especially to the ones that governs the city. I am here to serve.
As are we all.
Ah, excellent. And this will be a more comfortable conversation than I feared. Please. She gently touches you. That makes you uncomfortable.
I think I'll like whinge.
Yes, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she takes you into what used to be a kitchen where they have been sitting and talking, which looks like a mixed match of Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory, pure science, and hedge magic, and it's full on like a sensory overload of things. And Chris is sitting there quite comfortably, like halfway on one of the kitchen bar stools around like a massive island.
I think usually Shiv would look for things to use against or information in this, but I think right now she's very much focused on this one thing. Too many things going on.
And Devinta says, of course, this is a safe space, and there will not be any ears or eyes able to look on our conversation. I guarantee that on my soul.
I would expect nothing less. Christopher, good to see you again.
Likewise, Price. You see that he looks, probably wrong word to say older, but he looks drawn, like he looks serious, like grave, like.
And it's not that long
Like it
ago
would
since you
be-
saw each other, but
No, because I'm thinking of the state he was that morning or this evening.
Yeah, no, it looks much more in control, much more calm, collected in one way, but also a lot more like. How the best explain? Just all the line of his face are taut. It's really like he's like someone you would expect to see before when they're given very grave news, or when they need to do something they know that that's not going to be pleasant, but it needs to be done. That sort of coupled with the sort of look you have if you haven't slept for like 4 days straight.
I think Shiv just looks very focused right now.
focus.
Yes.
Yes, focus.
Good you could come so quick. We've had a little chat about Bella and the predicament that she's put us all in. And I understand you wanted to speak with her. And I think that's a good idea. I think this should remain, for now at the very least, purely
Until she
Toreador
breaks
matter.
any official rules, this should be,
Exactly.
yes, clan.
If she does what she says she will in her next video, things might very well must change. But for now, I see no reason why I should involve myself personally in the matter. Or, for that matter, the sheriff. That is not needed at this juncture.
No, but I do not be afraid of involving them if she takes a step too far. She is
Agreed.
behaving erratic and more rushed than I've ever seen her, I am afraid to say.
Yes.
I look to Devinter and I'm trying to read Devinter as like this conversation is going on.
She just elegantly glides around, and she has a very analytical but calm demeanor.
Devinter,
Imogen.
you have lived for a moment and you've probably been part of, well, I'm not going to say Kindred's demise, but you have seen Kindred's overstep before.
Yes. I have
What
worked
is
with just a
your
cause.
What is your read on this situation with Bella?
I don't trust it.
The intention or...
I don't trust any of it.
I am hearing rumours that she is in league with new and old comers of the city. And I look to Christopher.
I would not rule it out.
I do not believe Bella to be utterly stupid, but maybe a bit naive. And that might have landed her into this situation.
Perhaps malleable is a better word. I mean, she had her radio plays. She is, at least to some degree, an actor. An actor do play roles. It can be sometimes easier to be made to play a role than others.
Yes. But the writers of this play, I do not trust their intentions, for I do not know them yet.
Therein lies the rub, does it not? Now, when you see her, I would very much like to be able to listen to the conversation without being there. If that could be agreeable to you.
Just because as this conversation is happening, Devinter has elegantly started opening a little kit.
Well, Christopher, like I didn't know that. Of course you do.
And if you should grant me this request, it's a matter of how best to facilitate it.
Well, there are more than one way of doing this. And I look to Devinter and her whatever kit she's...
She said, there's more ways than one to skin a cat. Imogen.
Yes.
Yes,
I think
and
what
this
the
cat
prince...
would not.
I think what the prince is saying is, it is on your comfort level. Choices. Am I
No,
not correct?
I'll take up a little box from my purse. And I'll just kind of elegantly take off the lid and... Well, I know we live in this new world where your method might be trusted, but Christopher, I think perhaps you would agree that technology also has its perks.
Yes, my only fear there is that she might have some sort of countermeasure for it. I mean, after all, she does know my playbook. But I have a little question. Is it enough if she carries something for you to use as a focus point, Devinter?
For me to have it uninterrupted and clear. No.
Even if that were a vial of my blood?
Yes. That would definitely change the game. I would need some of yours then, dear Prince.
I know. I think that would be more fair than to ask Miss Price to hand some of hers over.
Then that problem is solved.
Ever the
Excellent.
generous prince.
I'll prepare it now. He walks over to the kitchen, opens the door, finds a bowl, and gets ready to do things. And as he does that, he also lets his hand slip into his. I don't got any texts. A little quick text and sends it to Shiv. We'll go over that later.
Okay.
She doesn't have to, and I gotta go do a little rose check of blood for it.
But is my phone beeping? Like,
Is it on silent? Is it buzzing?
That's on you. That's you. How your
That's
phone
on
is
you?
setting is set. That's
no,
entirely your phone.
I think mine is on not on silent.
Now
Because
then
I
it goes
think she.
in your pocket.
Yeah.
Manage.
Would you excuse me a moment, both of you?
Of course. You're
I'll
not
go
needed
in-
at the minute. You may be
I'll-
excused, the Winter said.
I'll step into the hallway and pick up my phone. Or whatever's room is closer.
It's not that long. It's just, please observe my behavior in the coming weeks after this. Should it change, notify me. I need an objective. Handing his blood to Tremere is not something he takes lightly. Not even his
No.
own.
I think as she walks into the room, she just has a little smirk on her face, trying to like not laugh, and yeah, just.
The Winter has
fine.
placed a beautiful brass bowl and a clean, cotton tissue. And he's like, whenever you're ready, Malish.
Though I do believe you should. I do believe in redundancies. So in addition to carry or whatever she gives you, for that matter, please also. And he takes out a little box, a little box, or not a box. What do you call a case? A little case. Opens it up. Just put this here. What you were wearing? What did you say? What is clothes are Shiv wearing?
Suit, jacket, and just like strings of
But a
thread.
suit jacket. That suit
Yeah.
jacket is perfect. And he works over to your breast pocket and he takes a little. What is a little microphone and puts it on the inside of a breast pocket. There. One to be found and potentially dismantled while the other works. It's also always good to
Clever.
have backup. Here's the blood. Roll an 8 in the rose shack so he doesn't get
no
any
worries.
hungrier, which is good because hunger is getting to be a problem.
She wipes, if there's any spillage on the brass edges, she wipes it so it's ever so neat and ever so clean. Is the meeting with Miss Brown this evening, or can it be postponed to the next?
Well, how long is it left of the night now?
No, not that much. And I would like a little bit of time for this to be, let's say, as perfect and uninterrupted and spotted as possible.
Whatever's going to happen is either going to happen now or tomorrow first thing would be fine. But can you make sure we know that Bella doesn't move in the meantime?
I have, let's say, a track on her.
Excellent. Is that suitable for you, Miss Price? First thing tomorrow night?
If my schedule would permit it, but I'm sure there is room. Bella is kind of a priority to me right now.
The Winter looks at you. I would think this would take priority, Primogen.
Are you not listening to the
Hopefully.
words coming out of my mouth? Didn't.
Pardon, maybe I mistook your intent.
I think she said we might want to do it now instead of putting it off. The mediator steps in and mediates.
They were like, "Arr!"
Oh, knives down.
No, nice.
Ooh, cat fight. Let me get the jello.
Hey, hey. Okay, that's awkward. But yeah,
Okay, but yeah. No, so we want to do this right. And so, as you said so far, she's clearly thought she's been able to elude pursuers and attention, so...
I mean, I would believe time is of the essence with her little ending of her video. What would she? Did
When
she
did you
call
say when
it?
she was going to drop that? Did she specify that in the video when the next
Soon,
update
I
is going
think
to be?
she said soon.
Have they
And
been
right
dropped
now,
in the evening
the
or
videos
like
have
daytime or
been
nighttime?
dropped.
Yeah, when are they dropped? Have they been posted during nighttime or daytime? That is also
Random.
Random.
Has there been a set interval between the videos?
This
Or
has
just-
not been. This has not been tested, and there's options. There's options, but it's up to you.
How long do you need to make sure that it works, Mr.
Sorry,
Vincent?
it was a question to the storyteller. From me, sorry. Not
Of the
to
of
Vincent.
if it was random intervals or not.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. You would actually have to do an int check on that
Yeah.
if you know that if you have the data.
I mean, it was a YouTube channel and
Yeah.
there was been dropped, so I'm sure this would be details Shiv would look
Yeah.
to.
I think
Two
a neighbor
successes.
screaming.
Two
I heard.
successes.
As far as you can say, there's no distinguished pattern.
But are we talking months, weeks, days, hours?
Every other day.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's best to get it done tonight. How long do you need to make sure that it works, Mr. Winter?
If you don't mind, give me an hour. But please, you have to leave. Leave my presence.
Yes. We'll go for a little walk around the block.
Excellent. You see, she's saying with gritted teeth that she's being
I
pushed.
do love your generosity that you can take it from 1 day to 1 hour.
It is not my wish, and I am a stickler for perfection. But
Well,
if the
quality
prince
is-
wants this of me, and I am a very loyal subject, I will do the best I can, as long as he knows there are no guarantees with such a time pressure.
That is life. Sometimes one must roll the dice and take the chance.
As you
And I
wish,
trust
Malish.
I trust and believe in your abilities.
I do appreciate it, and let's see if... Well, let's see what my skills can bring, shall we?
Excellent.
Looking
And we
forward to
exit stage left.
Uh,
Pursued by beer.
As you leave and take a breath of fresh air, as you can feel, you do not feel cold, but at least you can taste the autumn, like a fresh breeze, and you see like now brown leaves and golden leaves because you're in Beacon Street and it's beautiful and there's beautiful trees and blows around you. And as you see like a bunch of beautiful autumn leaves, all of a sudden out of them you see this ridiculously huge moth carrying a vial.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Does he ever stop?
Yap.
What is this?
Hold
like
up my
your new
finger.
puppy?
He lands, but this is a big one because it's a big vial. And he's like,
Jesus.
it's not that heavy.
Is that a
It's not a
No.
2 kilo moth. But he's like, he's a big boy. He's got a big thing.
Is that a moth or is it a bird?
Hard to say.
It's Superman.
Bird.
Mothman.
No.
I don't know. He's shuttier than a 14-year-old girl. Let's see what he settles. I open the letter.
No, I wasn't intending on writing a large letter, but I mean, probably the only while I could find around, and just a tiny message in it.
Maybe you drew something. Maybe it's a self-portrait or a portrait of the prince.
I'm just making Mothman more interesting.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, you can see it's a shopping list, but everyth's been crossed out at the bottom.
It's a hit list. No, I mean a shopping list. Yes.
No knives, no murder.
No. It just simply says, "The bitch of bones is about to play her hand."
The bitch. Wow.
Turn it over and I tear off a little piece. And a short thank you, like a much appreciated. And roll it up, put it back in.
It takes it.
Boom.
Blows. Furry little
Surely there
antenna.
must be easier way to communicate with this man.
He's got a phone.
Well, at least it can't be intercepted.
Are you sure about that? What about birds? Don't they eat
Oh, that's a seagull.
Well, at the very,
The
well,
moth
at the very
takes out a
least,
gun and shoots
No.
the seagull.
at the very least, it
Stabs
won't
it.
be
Put some
sword.
tiny sunglasses is put on.
Well, it's thus we're gonna suspect the gangrels and cowboys. So the Queen of Bones is ready to play her hand. This can get interesting.
Excuse me. What?
Apparently, the Queen of Bones is planning something. The Moth King has clearly had an audience with her.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very strange, though, I have to admit, judging from the last encounter between the two of them.
He also, the Moth King, had requested an audience with you, Shiv.
Yes, he had.
And you have like, no, tomorrow. No, tomorrow. No, tomorrow.
Yep.
And tomorrow never comes. So there you go.
Exactly. Because it's
no,
not
but,
tonight, right? It wasn't
No,
tonight.
tomorrow. It's always
okay.
tomorrow.
Mañana.
I don't feel like I have the time. People are dropping shit on my doorstep. I don't know why.
Your enforcer, Siobhan.
Yes.
Perhaps it is time to have a little chat with her and her sire. If things is going to happen in this city,
In terms of Queenie, is that what you're thinking?
yes, well, if she's gonna make her play, I'll have to do something. I can't just let her. Well, I could of course always play along, but I mean, I can only assume that she tends to use the footage that she has to have me thrown out.
Don't you have like a library of things against her?
Oh yes, but one does not simply remove someone without having someone else ready to step in, does one?
No, and I do believe Sakura
And we are such a
is-
young and progressive city. With such young and progressive ideas.
Well, do you think now is the time? I mean, I would be sad to let her go, but if this is
I don't necessarily
her,
the time.
this
but
is
if-
what she wants, and I am not a one to stand in her way. But I
I'm
did
not
not
thinking
think
that-
that this would be something that her sire would be interested in, unfortunately. It's not mine.
Oh, well, I imagine that he'd be happy enough to see a certain change of government within his clan. I don't think
He
there's
does
much
not
love
have
left.
ambitions of this himself, does he? It doesn't seem to me. But then
I
again,
don't know, but that is one of the things
there's been
one should-
some time since I've spoken with him.
I only think that there's not necessarily anything concrete. I just think we should time and ask to see what the other parties involved in our little secret things should happen.
But I am not sure that she has shared her intentions with him.
Or she has intelligence. Interesting. Well, yes. Well, I mean, all I think is that if things change, where would people stand?
Yes. Well, it would probably be interesting for her to hear this from his mouth without us letting him know that she is willing. Do you follow me?
I understand. I will talk with him tomorrow and we'll see if we can set up a meeting.
Then it
when
is up
suits
to
both of you.
her to reveal her true.
Exactly. We'll just say, if
Dreams
things changes, what do you see should happen?
Shaking and moving. I'm gonna quickly move my gaze away from these friends scheming. Back into underneath Emmanuel College. As a moth, butch as shit. Prince of Iron!
Coming through.
Yeah. Ooh, get out of the way.
Receives the moth, takes the message, sends him off to eat some fruit.
It's like, yes! But I want
Don't they eat
cookies.
clothes?
They eat whatever the hell you give.
No, it's
They're
depending on the
magical.
kind of moth, and it's not the moth that does it, it's a larva.
Yeah, true. You see, your little mad one. I overheard, my liege. I overheard things.
What did you hear?
You see, it's so important to me to be a part of your story and to be immortalized and forever in tales and be more. A seer, you said. A
What do you
seer.
know?
He creeps on the floor, almost like Gollum-esque.
Yeah.
You find it endearing. Other people who find it fucking creepy.
Oh, yeah. As the head is turning and all of that, just, that's cute.
No, you're so cute. I think I know where one was.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Tell me.
It's one of the dead ones' places. Where they make things. Stories on paper and beautiful colours.
A painter?
I had a little peek. You told me to follow them. You told me to keep an eye on the dead things, and I kept a very good eye on the dead things, and I saw things.
Excellent.
And if they see, because there was paintings of things, and I remember, because I know this city is me, and I am it, and we are linked. And the stories, and I saw the old one in a memory. And this seer hisses, shouldn't have known that, shouldn't have seen it. Maybe there's more.
Ooh, is there a way you can find out where this seer is now?
I know its smell. I'm sure I can find it again.
Excellent. If you need anybody
Can
else,
I get a fancy hat?
when you do this, you will get the fanciest hat.
But a very powerful fancy hat, my lord.
It will bring stature and glory.
The
Do this,
fanciest of hats, indeed.
and you will not only be a squire, you will be the leader of a team.
Oh, he's almost like, I can't deal with this. He's like shaking and doing.
You will have your own things to command and to teach.
My minions.
Yes.
Do I get a squire? No, that's too soon. Hold on. I am overstepping. I do not have a fancy hat. But I will find this little seer. Maybe it's the seer you want. But maybe if it's not the seer you want, it's a seer you can use to see things.
It's a seer you need.
To see things. Or maybe we just eat her. She might be tasty.
We might do both.
Yes, Jesus. I will prove my worthiness of the big fancy hat.
God, I love this little creature. I love this little fucking crazy thing.
It's what we do in the shadow with creature.
Oh, yeah.
He bows very elegantly as he leaves.
I will also send with him, because we have more of the small ones now, other things that are sort of, sort of send with him to others so they can learn from him.
They are more timid.
Yeah.
And they don't really have the same language skills of the Madian one yet. They speak very jumbled.
Yeah. If any of them are interested and want sort of to get a bigger role and to sort of hoping that giving them more confidence and, making them part of a story will, make them a little better and hopefully at some point be able to say at least a few words. Now it's because this is I assume, or I see this as more of a softer mission.
Yeah.
We're not going after hunters yet, so I'm just sending
it's
them
a
out for
scouting mission.
Yeah, it's literally training. So just like I'm sending him out to sort of and saying that he gets the first taste of command.
the little man one. He is gagging for a fancy hat. I love little man one. He's been around since Hunter, actually. We'll see if he survives this campaign or not. I don't know.
He'll be the only one who survives.
Yeah,
I
he's
will
gonna sit
burn the
there
rest
with
of the
his
world.
fancy hat, like, I own everything.
He will stand there, smoke a tiny cigarette, and be like, "Good
Fooled them
story."
all, yeah, good
Flick
story,
it on
bro.
and ignite the fires that burns down the city.
I'm here for all of it. But on that little note, we're gonna have a quick break because it's about that time where we need to move our legs and go get drinks and do whatever you need, and we will be back in just a few.
As I send out
Bye.
just 1,000 moths.
As they're going, they're all over the place. Bye. See you in a minute.
Bye.
Bye. All right, welcome back from the break. Someone's is excited about fancy hats, and others are not. We're gonna jump back into the scene with our dear undeads and see where their tale and this night takes them.
Thank you, Christopher.
Oh, don't mention it.
Well, I won't. But still, thank you.
If
And
you had
I'm-
more time,
I
I
walk
would.
Next to you, but like almost super close, almost shoulder to shoulder, but not. Yeah.
What's awareness, Chris?
What's awareness?
Yes.
Oi.
More
Well,
moths.
this good and fairly ugly.
They're everywhere.
Every
How
lamp
many
post.
successes do I need to have a success?
Only one, really.
Okay, I've got 3, so then the skull doesn't matter.
As you walk beside, again, it's like you're constantly now in this undead state you have been in. Sometimes you feel the friendship and the closeness, and sometimes you feel the divide of actually your monsters divides you. Like there is an imaginary pit or a gap. But now when she's walking like close and for a moment felt again a little bit intimate. For some mysterious reason, it feels like cold water is being poured down your back. And you feel pain where your grey is. And you hear Shiv. That voice curdles the blood
Do I
within.
recognize the voice?
No. But there's something horrendous, like an intent.
He let his hand slip down and lets his pinky finger stretches out and just hooks her pinky finger. Are you okay, Shiv? Is everything okay? And he stops off a little bit and looks concerned at you.
That's endearing, but surprising, Shiv.
Do you really want to know?
If you can't tell your friends, then who can you tell? And at the moment he wants to tell her about Vinny, but he realizes, no, I can't burden her with anything more now. Something bad is going on with her. He can't dump his trouble on her. he'll have to eat that that responsibility is a pie. He needs to cut off his big slice and eat.
And I'm just gonna say, and that's one of the beautiful things. I'm just gonna interject before she gets to answer. That's also the one of the divide, because Chris chooses to hold back all of the things that she probably couldn't eat. I love it. Thank you very much.
And he thinks he's being noble in doing it. He's such a male idiot.
You said it, not me.
All right, everybody. Okay, he's clearly thinking that he's being the good guy, being a man, keeping back his feelings, not hurting others. Numpty.
I don't... Nothing... Not tonight. I think that is a longer conversation.
When we're both in better times and in less trying situations. Things... You know how it is.
Do you remember when I told you not to fuck with Jade?
Yes. Well, I remember plurals, actually. I think it's a little... More than once, I do believe you have expressed that sentiment in different, but if you mean with powers, yes, then I certainly remember.
All I think has been said, but yes. I've been a shitty friend to her, and I need to make amends.
It happens. Sometimes we end up hurting the people we care about because we care about them and we can't control ourselves. It's not fun when it happens.
It's one of those many, many great things about what we are, isn't it?
Yes, it has a tendency to sprawl out and hit the people we care.
I once thought that, and I said this before, but I thought we had time. I thought time was the one perk to all of this fucking shit show. And time is yet the one thing that I need more of. It's like it's
one
chasing
thing you can't
me
buy.
right now.
It's one thing you can't buy. It's one thing you can't create more of. You can't build more out of it. You can't grab it. You just suddenly find yourself wishing that you had more time to spend with the people that mattered.
You hit it on the head. Yes.
Both of you images, flashes of your loved ones changed or gone.
But yes,
But she will forgive you.
Not...
They're like, yes, that was emotional, but we're like, we're not touching that ball. We're dropping that ball if the ball had dropped.
But I'm sure you'll make it up to her. The one thing you can always count about Jade is that her friendship with you and her feelings for you is without a doubt genuine. She accepts you for who you are, no matter what part of you you're showing at that moment. She'll get past it.
Yes, I'm sure. But still. That does not give me a blanket statement of do whatever the fuck you want with your friends. God, it does not. But on the subject of Jade, I'm sorry, I have to. Do not do anything rash. Well, who am I talking to? I'm the rash one. You are the one that uses the long game. I would perhaps be thankful if you looked into someone called Brendan Swift. I am currently doing the same, but...
Takes out a little notebook.
More eyes.
Brendan Swift, SWIFT, as in...
Taylor Swift.
Writer.
Yes,
Oh, right. I'm like, Taylor Swift.
Is she born even now? 2000? Isn't she
no,
like...
No.
She's maybe born, but no. He lives here, and I'll just give him the address.
That's Jonathan Smith. Okay, he lives that. I'll pull...
I am keeping a close watch at him, and I do not think he has Jade's intention, and this is her current new man. Or not a
You
man,
wonder
I do
if
not know.
he's... Oh, you wonder if he's just using her to get closer to you. Or hurt you.
Or us.
I shall put a comprehensive detail on my last. I'll put
Can
strict
you,
security on the
Manhai,
case.
can you please coordinate with Adnan? He is
I'll
currently working
send
on it
Dylan
as
over
well.
and talk to him.
And I think when it comes to Jade, there is no secret between us.
No worries.
They
I'll
cannot.
send Jill over and talk to with Dayton, and then we'll do a full have strict security use its contacts. We'll find out how much taxes he's paid, who he's related to, where he's lived, if his driver's license is valid.
I love
all the
you,
little
Christopher,
bits.
but I do not need the details.
If
Not
he
until
proves
there
to
is
be
anything interesting.
if he proves to be a problem, is there something we should do about that?
Yes, most definitely.
Well, given
And
the
here
word,
I do
and
not care to be a good friend to Jade.
In that case, give me a. Just if it needs to be done, give me a heads up, and I'll send Sal over and have him do his thing.
I'll squeeze the pinky.
Squeeze back.
And
Well,
then I'll let go.
On
And
this
it's
point,
best-
yeah, it's
And it looks
the
like we
hours
almost
now,
have hours.
and
Yeah.
you walk back towards the Winter's, not gonna say manor, townhouse. On that note, the camera's gonna pan out back into the humble abode that is the Moth King's domain. As Aida, daughter of the door, walks over with one of several, like one tune. She taps it she almost it looks a little bit awkward.
Yes, anything I can do for you?
I know you don't necessarily want me here, and that my father keeps one of yours in an uncomfortable position. And you're like, yes.
Yeah, and I was just staring at her and sort of waiting for the follow-up.
How do I put this? He's not my real father. He stole me from the dreaming.
Do you remember anything of home?
No. He says he rescued me, but I know more of the man he is.
Do you resent him?
It's difficult. I have been raised and taught and groomed by him. And he coins a lot of value into my loyalty. But seeing this place, others like me, I think. My loyalties might be swayed.
Can I roll an insight on this?
Yep.
She's saying all the right things and I don't like it.
Nope.
I'm like, yes, all of the things I want to hear. Wait a minute, it's all of the things I want to hear. Insight, do I add anything else to this or just straight
Nope.
insight?
No, yeah, it's, let's see, insight. You can do empathy.
Yeah,
Do you have subterfuge with empathy?
I have subterfuge, yeah.
Yeah, you can see if there's a lie.
Okay, good. Because then I get
If it's deceptive.
Yes. 3 successes?
Not necessarily deception. Not necessarily a lie. But the words are weighed. It's not like, oh, I'm just a poor girl. And,
Yeah, it's... She's been taught well, but doesn't seem like she's been sort of given this phrase. Oh.
There's there's deception, but not necessarily in her words.
Yeah.
She's not necessarily lying, but it's more layered if you understand the meaning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. What I seek and hope that, well, if it were to be you, then that would be save me a lot of time and trouble, because I do need to find someone to take over this kingdom, but only to someone who is not only willing but want to, because it's a responsibility.
She almost like she exhales. And you see her sparkling eyes because she's not in her Jonathan.
No.
I don't want your kingdom.
Oh, I didn't want it in the first place either.
Can you understand? I don't. I have difficulty trusting you. I don't know you. You were a stranger to me. I was part of a deal that my father constructed.
Which is also why I do not completely trust you.
You shouldn't. I wouldn't. But I could be trusted. If there was an act or reason for us to trust each other. She walks off like, because there's a lot of bustle now. There's a lot of changelings here, and they're setting up like there we eat. They don't eat, but like they just getting comfortable and doing things and mending the wounded and building the library up, catering to the king, tending to the moths. She walks further out towards the entry point.
I follow her. I step away from the wall where I'm sort of just standing and itching with my still remaining fingers, into this. I assume you have an idea or a suggestion or thoughts?
A way maybe that could benefit both of us, but it wouldn't be a clean thing.
Very few things are.
I know you have a list of probably 1,000 things you need to do. And me and my needs are not on top of that at all. But what you don't have, except for the little mad ones and the lost souls of our changelings and fays. I know this city. I know its nooks. I know the dark place. I also acutely aware of magical threads. She walks closer. I'm almost uncomfortable close.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to change the deal given, change it in such a way that the one that made it couldn't collect on his half of the agreement. I know your word that you are honor bound, but I'm not. But I'm not strong enough on my own to do all that's needed. But if I was the lady of the door, I would be a very, very loyal ally.
So what needs to be done?
So almost like she's so close, it's almost like she brushes her head. It's like you almost have to lift your head away.
Yeah.
I know his routines. I know you cannot be the one that plunges the blade. That honor is mine and mine alone. But I need your skills. And I need you not to be so honorable, knight. And you will not be forced to take me in. And you would have an ally and the possibility to find someone more suited for this place. I'm a rogue. I'm not a king or a queen. I don't care for these little souls, and I see they need a strong hand, and I am not the one they want. And in the end, me being placed here, my father's cancerous corruption would turn this into another way of grinding up little mad ones into pulp and sell it.
The things you see as unhonorable has their own honor to it. But yes. It sounds like something that I definitely could help with. Let me know what you need and what time we're working on.
I know you have a lot of things to do. It is on your priority, King. She almost take curtsies.
He literally just takes his hands up and sort of just...
Feeling that you're actually lacking 2 digits is strange. Your
Yeah,
fingers
just
are
like...
so long. It's like,
Yeah,
where's
yeah,
the
he's about to
digits?
sort of drag down to that feeling and just missing, just like... Ah, fucking... By the way, would you know anyone who could deal with this?
Yes, she said.
Good, because I'm afraid on how to wield them.
As I said, Autumn Knight, Prince of Daggers, Moth King. Me as the Lady of the Door. That is the most precious of the hidden trade stations in Maryland. Even the daughters and sons of the moon pops by.
Well, this is the first of 3 nights, so we still have some time.
Of course. I'm just testing the water and see if we could come to an understanding.
Sounds like we absolutely can.
You see again, she picks up the book and she like flips it almost like she's like, well, then I'll be making myself busy and leaving you to contemplate.
By the way, there is a red light on this now. What does that mean?
On the phone?
Yeah, it's just probably just low batteries.
That's low batteries. I'll get my husk. I'll get you a new one.
Thank you.
Think of it. And if it's possible.
You just need to glamour up and he just sort of just trails off and just looks off into the distance as he just thinks about all the things he needs to do and figure out and just like...
But then he also feels fatigue because your glamour is low.
Yeah. He's actually just gonna go get Jonathan and go out to find someone. Just, hope probably not to get like a lot because, you might be lucky and find a drunk poet somewhere, but, get something out of someone because he hasn't gone without any glamour this long for quite a long time, so...
Yeah, and that's like you're at your best.
Yes, I need my juice. I need to find my juice cup.
Dolls. Well, he picks up his Jonathan also. Less fingers. He looks a little bit worse for wear.
Yeah, I actually look
and
at...
actually, you forgot about it. He doesn't look well.
No, I look at him and be like, I might need to change you already.
Because he looks very pale.
Yeah.
And
And probably
he's moaning.
Well, and his jaw was broken.
He looks
last
rank.
night.
Yeah, he looks bad. He looks. This is not a fancy Jonathan.
No. So yeah.
Even your horse pops by and says, "You're gonna write that? Okay, no judgment."
No. There's so much judgment right there, just for one moment. In the morning, when the people start to appear, and it just gestures sort of like up. Walk around in your disguise and see if you find anyone anyone who would be fitting to take over.
As you schmiddish, he says. Your poor Jordan is like.
Put him on and go out.
Oh my God, you poor, very infected, but that also affects you.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like he's sniveling, he's crying, he's feverish, he's like
walks into like, this thing is getting clammier by the moment.
Yeah, it's like, oh my, this is the most sweatiest Jonathan I've ever had. It's
like
sweaty.
It's like putting on wet socks. It's just like, ugh.
Well, as he walks out in his wet sock, Jonathan, the camera has panned out back into the Vinter's estate. The blood is ready, and everything's good to go. And you have precious little time this evening.
What are we waiting for? Is everything... Looking at the winter.
Everything is fine. She gives you a little vial. On your person, Puberty. Please.
Yes. Put it in my pocket.
And that's all you need to worry about.
Well, time is of the essence, so I better be going. I will call you afterwards, though I am sure you already know what's happened.
Prince?
Good luck.
Do I need it?
I don't know.
And then I'll
walk. Be careful and tell me what you can pick up on her little friends.
I look to Christopher. Don't worry, I will.
And do not trust that father.
Do you take me for a fool?
Nope. But he's...
I'm already out the door. Sorry.
Cookie.
Yeah.
There's nothing. This will go super duper.
And the way you're saying it makes me not marry and not want to go in. But okay, fine.
That's my job.
I am just glad that you insisted on doing it tonight, so the GM couldn't stall the time and then fuck us over, which was our plan, undoubtedly.
Regardless.
Oh.
Now faster.
As she drops off,
Murder faster.
Yeah, takes you in to a beautiful lounge. Now there's a massive mirror, and it's painted red. You see it's liquid. And there's other, almost like incantations and candles and whatever you need. But primarily it's blood. That's the most important.
Blood is compulsory.
Blood
is compulsory.
Oh, damn. You see Davinta goes in front of you and she says something. They don't really need to do it, but she does it because she's a little bit theatrical. And through the blood, almost like a pool, like she gestures to it, and the red painted mirror turns into a gazing eye of Shiv's point of view. Now we will know, my liege, what she sees.
How long will this last? No chance of her staying longer than the spell works, is it?
With the coming of dawn, I am afraid it will break.
Well, she needs to be out of there before, unless you want to stay as a house guest there. And something tells me Shiv would rather coyote ugly her own arm than do that.
Well, De Winter sits down very elegantly in one of the wing-back Chesterfield-looking chairs he has there, and gestures for you to sit as well and watch.
Sit down, crosses his legs, leans back, arms crossed, deep in thought.
Like a movie, the camera pans and swirls around the car as it comes into the very fancy district where the former Olivia Marie Masters had and resigned. That used to be Christopher Masters' residence and now has been given to Elizabeth Fairchild, not taking the Masters' last name yet. And for you, there, Shiv, this place brings a Gatling gun of memories as you drive up the driveway. And the first night hammers in.
And a very long night that was.
The whole season, actually.
Yes, exactly. Did we park in the garage underneath the building?
That's private. You park outside.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Park it outside, wherever conveniently, and walk to the door and knock, ring, probably, yeah.
Mere moments later, the door swings open. Lizzie, Elizabeth, dressed in a black shirt, white skirt, black pumps. It actually do wits awareness. No, we're not wits. Yeah, wits. Not wits awareness.
Do you want awareness or
No awareness.
insight?
Insight.
Yeah.
I mix them up.
Yep. Very easy.
Do the thing. That's fine. Who cares?
2.
For a moment, it's like a gut punch, but just for a split second, you're staring in the eyes of Ophelia. The hair is exact. She's wearing the diamond studs. If you didn't know any fucking better. The makeup is exactly like her. It's slicked back and curled over one shoulder.
Lizzie, darling.
Shiv, my sweet.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Next time you leave so abruptly, or come back so abruptly, please let me know ahead of time. We should have had a party for you.
Oh, there
Both
will be
occasions.
parties. Dearest Shiv, there will be many parties, please.
Thank you. And I'll step inside.
The door smacks shut behind you. And I'm going to end the episode here with a little bit of you from above. The camera pans up away from Olivia Masters' estate. And like a speeding bullet, it dives down beneath Cup Hill.
Never good.
Not to the pit. To the sunken church, for those who have seen Hunter.
Not a good place either.
The camera is just steadily gonna, in the very immense, thick darkness, the camera's gonna illuminate a body fresh, masquerade out in front of something now changed. Something that was broken is not broken anymore. And I'm going to be ambiguous. I'm not going to say any more than that. But that's it, people. We're done for this episode.
As long as it's not my first Jonathan, it's fine.
It is! It is him.
I mean,
He
it's not
lost.
fine. Nothing is fine. Nothing that happens anywhere off camera is fine. But, it's hopefully not as much of just my problem.
Oh, I can definitely promise everybody's problem.
Oh, good. Well, great, because then, I don't know.
I don't care.
Daniel, you're a little selfish right now.
A little bit? Yeah. It's hard to be king.
Ask that guy. Ask that guy.
Do you want more Dimitris? Because that's how you get more Dimitris.
Oh God, yeah, because it's too much work. I saw the job ad and took it, and there was a lot of things they didn't mention.
You
it just
didn't
said
read the fine print.
It's just said extended responsibilities, and what that meant was just several more pages, but they just.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm. I think Shiv is still cursing Christopher for making her take the job.
I'm just having fun. That's my job.
What?
I'm sure you are.
What?
I'm still
Okay, I'm not going to use that word.
I'm still
Goddess.
certain that Shiv was more than happy to take the job. It's not like she needed the money, but no, she wanted to be a criminal.
That wasn't the job that I was referring to.
Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, but that's just a follow fault, isn't it? That's just like.
That was the small print that I didn't read.
Yeah.
That's the extended
Do this, and you will have to
Exactly.
force to do this, and this for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was an interesting one. I'm here for all of it. As always, dear players, thank you so much for your commitment. You make my job so fun and easy. Because you're just like, you're a sucker for punishment, and you're just like, yes, go there, yes, this is excellent.
Let's dive deeper, I mean.
Deep diver, yeah.
What she said.
Yeah.
English is hard, okay.
That's gonna go on the blooper reels if not, because I'm the only one that uses blooper reels. Can somebody else be used,
Because you're
please?
really good at it.
I'm fucking excellent at bloopers. I bloop all the time.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh, bloop, 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 bloop. And to your viewers, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your comments, likes, and follows. We feel like we actually genuinely have a community around what we love, and which is our hobby.
Crazy
And
people.
just for a little bit of information, at one point we're going to have a little bit of a break because we're going to need a palate cleanser. And then we're going to do something super fun. And I'm not going to say anything more. I'm just going to say stay tuned for that information.
I'm going to say one thing, and things are going to get weird.
I love weird.
That's all.
I love weird. Weird is fun. But on that note, please take care of one another and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.